So thanks for tuning in. Just a quick update that the full episodes of the Rant Cafe podcast can be found for free on Spotify, which is linked in the description below. But for now, let's just jump into the meat and potatoes of this highlight.
It all started when Animax says, "What's our topic today?" And he said, then suggested we rank something. Then I gave some ranking options, and Animax did not like them. And then I remembered, wait a second, Briggs recently ran into issues with the Attack on Titan fandom, and I'm sure that he wants to vent.
Dude, I'm still pissed. I am still pissed. What a perfect topic for today, because I am so annoyed. I couldn't even contain myself while Animac was doing the intro, because the Attack on Titan fandom annoyed me so much. Like,
oh, cool, because I'm going to be defending the Attack on Titan fandom, because I think they're, compared to other fandoms, they're not toxic at all.
It's mainly the spoiler thing that's going on right now. So what happened to me was I have been doing the Anime Virgin podcast with Ray, and I've been watching the episodes along with him, and we kind of caught up to each other. I've read a little bit of the manga, but I'm not caught up. And literally, some dude from a most recent chapter screenshotted something that's big, huge. I'm not going to say what it was.
Wait, like Titans big?
Oh, not Titans big. But like world big. Anyway.
Oh my God.
No. It's very, very big stuff.
It was a huge moment. And I don't know the context, but still, it was just like enough to get under my skin to this extent. And I don't even care about spoilers usually. This guy screenshotted it and just kept on spamming it at me on Twitter until I saw it. And I was just so annoyed. I've been so obsessed with Attack on Titan lately. It's so good. It just kept on getting better and better. And then what I heard from my fans and my viewers is that apparently there's this thing within Attack on Titan and their fandom that what people do, the manga readers do, is they go around intentionally and spoiling moments for anime onlys. Like, if you're watching a YouTube video on Attack on Titan, people will just reply to people with spoilers that has nothing to do with the video, has nothing to do with the comment, and they'll just reply with spoilers.
Yeah, and I will defend the AOT fandom in this regard, because I don't think this is Attack on Titan fandom specific at all. I think it's just people who are trolls. But the problem with Attack on Titan is that it is so twist heavy and it has a lot of crazy stuff going on. It's not like a slice of life show. So there's plenty of opportunity for people who are want a reaction, to get a reaction out of people and kind of ruin people's day and feel good about themselves, which are like terrible people in general. They especially feed on Attack on Titan stuff. And like I said, before I was caught up to Attack on Titan, I had the identity of the Colossal and Armored Titan spoiled for me in random comments.
Yeah, I had that spoiled for me, and I had the basement twist spoiled for me.
Oh, yeah, so I had a lot of stuff. So that's why I caught up to the manga, because I was like, yo, this just, people just do this. And to me, like I said, I think it's just trolls who are trying to get, bait people, get a rise out of people in general. And if Code Geass was going on right now,
Tempura Shrimp with the 25 gifted subs.
Yo, thanks so much. Tempura.
I appreciate you saying it that way and not culturally appropriating tempura and shrimp.
Yeah. Anyway, Anime, continue. Code Geass, you were saying?
Yeah, so I'm saying if Code Geass was airing right now, people would be totally spoiling the ending. Or, I guess because Code Geass didn't have a manga initially, it's a bad example. But like any other older anime that had like a big, let's say Death Note, because Death Note had a manga first. If Death Note was airing right now, you bet someone would be spamming pictures of like the final scene with light to someone, right?
Or the events of episode 25.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just saying, I'm saying people are toxic, and some people really want to get a rise out of people on Twitter, especially.
It just seems like an old thing, though. Like, people used to be like this. There used to be a lot of trolls in communities that just enjoyed spoiling, and I just haven't seen it in other communities as much. Like, there's accidental spoilers or people that spoil, but they're not going out of their way to spoil people on purpose for the sake of spoiling and being a troll.
Right. I'm going to say this, like, the way I kind of see it is, I'm not going to say, Adamek, you contribute to the toxic fandom of Attack on Titan because you have spoilers in your thumbnails. Because your thumbnails aren't made to be directed to people intentionally who haven't read the manga.
Yeah, you're not trying to be a troll. And also, his titles, it's like, oh, a new Titan revealed. Like, that's not like a big spoiler, man. You're not revealing who the identity is in the title.
No, I mean, the thing is, we cover the manga. That's our job on the channel, right? So you can't cover the manga without talking about what's happening. Now, I try to have stuff that is both clickable and not blatant spoilers. But if you look at like our competition, like other channels that cover the same thing, they do not mix words about it. Like they will specifically spoil right what happens, and they'll get more views than us for that. So it's like a balance. Like if I just say, "Hey, here's
Dude,
a,"
I'm not
review
telling
of
you
the
not
chapter.
to.
No, I know,
Don't get
but
me
I'm saying
wrong.
if we just have a title that's like chapters so and so review, no one's gonna click. But if we do a blatant spoiler, then people are gonna click. So we try
That's
to
why you gotta respect Tekking, man.
we try to go like
Tekking is
somewhere.
an absolute legend. He somehow manages to tread the line of never clickbaiting ever.
And still getting views
Yeah.
while sitting on his bed and talking about One Piece. What a fucking legend.
Yeah, no, but that's the
He's-
thing.
he's
He has a
amazing.
loyal One Piece fandom for years who are going to click on his videos no matter what. But that's not the case with every channel. That's the way it works.
Yeah,
Especially
but
since we
like
covered
for example, the video that you uploaded 2 days ago, OMG, Aaron just ... I won't say it in case people don't want to be spoiled or anything, but like something like that, I could see why people would consider that a spoiler.
But that was, I think that was a Gozen video about an anime, the anime itself. So it's not even manga.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, because like I
But-
feel like when the anime is out, then you can't really complain.
My complaint with the Attack on Titan fandom, obviously spoilers are a thing and they're kind of everywhere, and you know, sucks that that's how it is, but like whatever. But when it comes to the overall fandom, I would say that it's not that toxic in comparison to many others.
Is it bad that I want to give this an S then?
Yes, I think that
'Cause-
you're biased because this just happened to you.
I am biased.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? I feel like with everything else, like there's bad communities with Dragon Ball and Naruto and Tokyo Ghoul and Demon Slayer and Fullmetal Alchemist and a bunch of things we'll talk about, but I could ignore them, you know? I could just fucking ignore them. They're toxic in different ways. Attack on Titan, they went out of their way to find me and at me and spam me to spoil me. And I just think that is incredibly toxic.
Well, it might be because you're doing the anime version right now and you're covering Attack on Titan, right? Like if you were doing Dragon Ball version or something, they might do the same thing for Dragon Ball.
That's true. I don't know. I want to give it an S, but I understand that I'm incredibly biased. And we're going to take all three of our perspectives on this. So what are you guys going to rank it?
I would rank it A tier. I think it's biased in other, it's toxic in other ways.
Oh yeah, you
that
got all
whole-
those articles being written about the fascism.
it being fascist and
No, that
stuff.
has nothing to do with the fandom. It's just
Animac, I don't want to hear it. Just don't
No,
say it.
no.
It's the worst take
Bro.
you have when it comes to anime fandoms. I don't want to
Dude.
hear it.
People who write articles falsely claiming that Attack on Titan promotes fascism are not fans. They're anti-fans. They're literally people who want to discredit the author and the work for rage clicks. Like, and
All right,
out-
well,
if it
let me ask
exists
you-
and people are
let me ask
talking
you a
about it, it's
question,
part of the
Anime.
fandom.
Let me ask you a question, Anime. How did people know that Attack on Titan had these fascist things? How did they know? How'd they ever find out?
I don't know. I think they
Because they were fans.
No.
They
Also,
were
it's a
fans
vocal
enough
minority.
to have read 100 chapters.
Boys,
I've seen
boys, 1
tweets.
second, boys. We
Hold on,
agreed at
not-
the beginning of this
break,
podcast
hold on.
that there's a vocal
Break.
minority. It's not the entire fandom. It's not the majority of the fandom. There just happens to be
You
parts
say
of
whatever
the
you want. Say whatever you want about the Attack on Titan fandom. You can say that the spoiler thing, fine. You know, I'm sure a lot of those people are fans. That's what they're caught up. But you cannot tell me that people claiming these fascist crap are fans, because I've seen tweets, literal tweets that get tens of thousands of likes. People just like posting parts of Attack on Titan, like after the basement reveal, saying, "Look at this, Attack on Titan promotes fascism," blah blah blah. And the person makes it clear that they never read it because they would not read a fascist work, but they found the pictures and they wanted to post them. So that is how ignorant and stupid these people are. They are not fans. They're scum of the earth.
I'm just gonna. All I have to say
Okay,
is when you
I
see
wouldn't
those
go
tweets,
as
there are
far as to
people
say
in the
scum of the earth.
there are
There are
people
people in the fandom that they themselves are like, I used to like Attack on Titan, but now that I realized that Attack on Titan is fascist and that the star on people's arms and the freaking Marley, that was based off Jews in concentration camps in World War II. Now that I see that, I don't know how I can ever look at Attack on Titan the same way. That's a toxic fan.
Like to me, that's not a fan. That's a moron. That's a moron who doesn't understand the context.
Morons could be fans. I'm not saying it's not either fan or moron.
It's a
Like,
huge
but
fan
how can
base.
you be
There's
a-
gonna be idiots. That's
How
it.
can you be a fan of something and clearly the message of that work, the overarching message is war is bad, fascism is bad, and they're like the fascists are the villains, and they're like, yo, this promotes fascism, dog. Like, how are you?
Okay, like, can we just not debate whether or not it's part of the fandom or not? Because obviously there's people in the replies of these tweets that have watched the series. Like, there's some fans that are clearly trying to push this agenda.
I guess. I mean,
There
I would
are
give it a
fans
B.
that like
I would give it a.
complain. And
I would give it a
Animac,
B.
I'll give you another example. You know how whenever you have like a YouTuber that gets canceled, yeah, and I don't know, David Dobrik got canceled last week, right? So
Yeah, honestly,
David
I don't know
Dobrik,
who he is, but
he's some dude that vlogs. He has 20 million subscribers. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Okay.
he got canceled because a friend of his that was or something like that. He sexually assaulted women or something, and he was standing by that, and he knew about it the whole time and never said anything. That's what they say. So now you have people saying, "I've been a fan of David Dobrik for all this time, but starting now, I can never look at him the same way, and I hate him now." That is a fan, even though the fan turned on the creator for whatever reason. I think it's the same thing is if someone's a fan of Attack on Titan, and because they're a moron and they think it's fascist now, they will now say Attack on Titan is fascist and evil and stuff. That's part of the toxic fandom. Not that that person is necessarily still a fan.
And yeah, they may not be a big fan of the series now, but they clearly cared enough to go into an uproar and post about it.
It's part of the community.
Please don't sully the word uproar.
Okay. Also, there's a ton of manga elitists that anything that's adapted into the anime they complain about, to the point that people are complaining about the back muscles on Eren. Like, get out of here! And then they're attacking Gabby's voice actor and sending her death threats. This is a huge and really toxic fandom.
Yeah, that is so stupid. And it's funny because Attack on Titan manga has always been criticized for not having the greatest art, especially at the beginning. So then you're gonna be like complaining that the studio.
Yeah, I'm completely on your side. I think the art in Attack on Titan is crap, like the whole way through, especially in the beginning. But it's still bad, even the whole.
Yeah,
way
like
through.
I personally don't care so much about art, so to me it's fine. But to say then that the anime has to be like this beautiful, amazing, perfect thing, which no anime is anymore, I mean, that's crazy.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in seeing the full episode of the Rant Cafe podcast, link is in the description to our Spotify, which is free, by the way. We very much appreciate all the support you guys give us. We also have a link in the description to our Patreon. Have yourselves the most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.